If you ask children, what is fun? I have fun when I'm free, when I dream, when I feel special. I have fun when I'm wacky, when I belong, when I'm proud. I have fun when I'm brave. What about you?
I be the genie.
In my experience, when people have fun, magical things can happen. I've seen it in my job, with my volunteering, but above all, I remember how important it was for me when I was a child. So, in this video, first, I want you to have a general understanding of what is fun. And at the same time, we can think about what you can do in order to have more fun in your daily activities. I believe the world would be a better place if almost everything we did was more fun. Just think about it. What would happen if you could have more fun at work every single day? What would happen to your relationship or your marriage if you could have fun more often? Just imagine if we could make children have as much fun at school as they have on vacation. What would be the impact on what and how they learn? But how can we establish a happy and fun environment for children if we as adults are not even having fun ourselves? What kind of example are we giving them? So, what is fun? According to the definition, fun is what provides amusement or enjoyment. And here we encounter the first problem. What gives joy to me might be very different from what gives joy to you. So, we need to analyze this in a different way. Nicole Lazzaro is a psychologist from Stanford University. She is the president and founder of XEO Design. She works with companies like Sony, Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and Disney, among others. As a game consultant for the gaming industry, she has been working and developing research to make games more fun. The purpose of her work is to study and analyze people playing games in order to understand why games are so engaging. If you dig into the history of any ancient culture, you will find that people even 2,000 years ago were playing any sort of games. After 30 years of working on this, she found what she calls the 4 keys to fun. What she found out is that interaction in games unlocks emotions in 4 different ways. Key number 1. Hard fun. This is all about the challenge and the mastery. In order to have a game with good engagement, it has to generate this Pharaoh moment. Like when you defeat the boss, or you win the match, or you complete the level in your game. In some games, there's a huge amount of frustration before this sense of accomplishment. This is a powerful feeling. For example, basketball wouldn't be fun if the hoops were this huge. It would be too easy. This could apply to any kind of game. Think about the games of the Colosseum in the ancient Rome. The gladiators were not just fighting each other, but also they were fighting dangerous wild animals like bears, rhinos, tigers, and elephants. But there has to be a balance. If you play a game that doesn't get harder over time, you're going to quit because it's too easy. But if it gets harder too soon, you're going to quit because it's too frustrating. So, in your workplace, school, or home, how can you generate this amount of frustration in order to have this sense of enjoyment or accomplishment? I do this all the time with my students. Most of them have already finished high school. So when we are in our math lessons, we are seeing things that, in theory, they already know. So the first thing I do is make them do a test. So I force them to look into their brain for the information needed. They get so frustrated because they know this is not new for them. Then we correct the exercises and we review the theory and the methods to solve everything. I take advantage of these feelings to generate this emotional anchor between the frustration and the relief of remembering how it's done. It works brilliantly. Key number 2. Easy fun. This is all about exploration, roleplay, and storytelling. For example, think of the people who design a racetrack, let's say for Formula 1. A race would be much more fun if it had curves, instead of just a straight line. right? When you apply this to other types of games, besides having the additional challenge, it adds novelty, exploration, and the ability to interact with the surroundings in ways outside of the main goal itself. Another example is one of the best games of all time, Grand Theft Auto. You have the objectives and the missions, but it's up to the player how they complete them, by interacting with certain characters, deciding what type of equipment or transport they use, or by deciding the outcome of the mission by changing the storyline. These moments of easy fun increase the engagement by generating emotions like curiosity, wonder, and surprise. Key number 3. Serious fun. It's all about the reward. How do you feel, think, and behave before, during, and after you play? The game mechanics here do a lot to enhance your sense of progress when you go all the way through collection and completion. People want to get some value out of the actions while playing. They can play to feel smarter or to make a difference in the world. People can play to exercise or lose weight, or just to compete with friends or other people. And it's not just about the points or money. They play to show their values. For example, I can imagine in the future people like Mr. Beast or Mark Rober creating a game in which, by progressing in it, by increasing their level, they can be contributing to something beneficial to the world, greater than themselves, like their campaigns for cleaning up the oceans or planting more trees. All these actions resonate with people. This is a sort of elevation, another emotional layer that increases the level of engagement. And last, but definitely not least, key number 4. People fun. What people value most about games is friendship. Often, people play games to have an excuse or an opportunity to be with their friends. We cannot deny, games are way much more fun when we play with our friends. There's more competition and cooperation, which generates a lot of emotions while we play. The beautiful thing here is that when we experience this, we are beyond the game itself. We are enjoying the social interactions. We are social creatures, and technology nowadays helps us develop this. Amusement, usually measured with laughter, it's an easy metric here. If you see people laughing, you can see that people are engaging with each other. There are mechanics in these games that create a powerful social bond. I experience this every week when I play with my friends. There are people that I haven't met in person yet, but thanks to our playtime, it has helped develop this social fabric between us. And this happens all the time to people all around the world. I would like you to think about what kind of experiences or emotions you would like to have in your workplace or at school. How can you design these moments to unlock or increase these feelings of curiosity, wonder, discovery, and surprise? Or what could you do to focus more and feel more accomplished in your daily activities? And of course, what could you do to improve your social interactions and collaborate more with the people around you? It's up to you to decide what has to change for you to design a game that works for you. If you allow yourself to have fun more often, believe me, many things in your life will start to improve. Give it a try. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys in the next one. Ciao!